no competition here, there's nothing. But if she know you, especially you're living within her vicinity, your maybe neighbors or something, she know that you have a good family, by God's grace, maybe things are going on well with you, and she does not. Trust me, Jude, it will be a different ball game. She will smile, all smiles and this, but trust me, Jude, they don't want you, especially if it's a place, especially if it's a young girl. Sometimes a married woman, a girl walks in, she stays within her, and she's a fine girl. Because of her husband, let her not make this girl look too fine. All those thoughts are there. Dude, there is a lady that talked to me, and she said she has a cleaner. And this is an elderly woman. This woman comes to clean. And for years, the business has been helping the woman's family, helping her children, because this older lady has a big house and a very wealthy husband. He's paying her children's school fees, helping her to an extent. You know that when this cleaner's daughter started growing, finished secondary school, this woman was instrumental to that girl's growth, everything, academically. Do you know that this other cleaner started bringing her daughter to the house to clean? You know, initially the owner of the house, the lady did not bother. She was just, okay, maybe, do you know that she will not send the girl alone? And the girl will be start wearing seductive clothes. All of a sudden, this girl said, this woman's husband, and they started going out.
What?
And the woman now knew when the house they were living, there is thatch and everything, they started building the house. She doesn't say, what can be the secret? What, as people are running to what is the secret? Know that it's her own husband that is building their house, and this girl has started dating her husband for good. She did. So there are so many things, there's so many instances that women don't like other women's growth. They will see you post pictures. They know you, they know that maybe things that they will not even like it. Maybe instead of loving it or they just like it and move on. And just you will just know that the bad belly is here. So I agree sometimes when I see guys flow, when they laugh, you see that they laugh from the depths of their heart, no time, no competition. But it's not like that with women. Even when they want to, even when you just see it, if you're a sensitive person, you see that there are a lot of pretenses and hatred and bitterness in the laughter. So it's true to understand. I don't know how God created pop. There are some of us that are trying to ignore this feeling when it comes, They don't see another thing. It usually pops up in the heart of women. I don't know why. I don't know why.
But Biro, I just told you, and I'm sure you've seen that, of women, who have NGOs, women who have organizations, women who, would want to employ more women. There's even a banking system from India that lent 97% of its business to women, and women were always paying back. Women were more responsible than their male counterparts. And I find it very interesting that there are still people who believe that women are pulling women down in Nigeria.
Yes, it's happening, especially with the black race. I don't know why. It's everywhere, but it is so prevalent here. It is happening, honestly, and to a great extent it is.
All right, thank you very much. WhatsApp now, 0809030616. Hello, Nigeria Info. Christian here. You are right. Women usually don't support women. Women are generally jealous. I don't know if it's in their nature or just some other thing. Well, Christian, thank you very much here. IJ here says, Jew, good morning. Look, let's not go too far. Ask your married female friends and ask the listeners who are also paying attention, who are married, do they let their single friends come and visit them in their house? But see, married men, they don't have any problems. I even hear some of you go out to play video games in other people's houses. Ask our women how many of our single friends can come to their house and watch television in their houses with their husband and their children. They don't allow it. And how do you expect people to support each other when you are not even comfortable bringing them to your own house? I beg, Joe, women, now we do ourselves. IJ says. Once again, maybe we're only looking at this from a prism. There are multiple prisms to look at. I am standing on the side that, look, I believe that women have been more supportive, right, to other women in business, in relationships, in their personal affairs, than we let on. When people are crying, more often than not, who do they go to? It's a woman. It's a woman. But I cannot, in good faith, particularly for this conversation, ignore the data that is staring right at me at the moment. One of that data that I want to share with you before I go on the break is this. From a survey done back in 2017 and also 2012 and as far back as 2008, it found out, and this was in the US, right? Random sampling, it found out that more people prefer to have a male boss than a female boss. Whether the male boss was rude or could be quote unquote hands-on, that means, could be accused of carrying out sexual assault, most people preferred a male boss than a female boss. Weird, isn't it?
The show continues after this break on Nigeria Info.
And this morning, our final conversation is about women versus women. Now, I asked the question, are women more or less supportive of women in modern Nigerian society, where we are today, as we are in 2025? Do you think with all of the inputs made from private and public individuals and groups about how important women are in our society, they make up about half of the population, and as such, they should have more say in what is going on around us? Now, do you think women are helping women? Do you think women are speaking? Do you think our grandmothers, our mothers are speaking against the ills they experienced in their youth, so that today's youth wouldn't remake the mistake that they made as well? Do you think women are more supportive of women today, or do you think they are not? Ladies and gentlemen, let's have an honest conversation. It's a sample size, a vox pop, if you will, this morning. I am not of the opinion that women do not like women. I don't think so. I've seen women do a lot of good things, and you could make the same argument for men. But the studies here in front of me say otherwise. And these are studies from India, from the US, from the UK, and Canada. Now, of all of these countries, obviously, I would like to say India is probably closer to us in terms of, societal structure, population, and things like that. But I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent the position of Nigeria Info FM. Nigeria Info, let's talk.
Hello, Port Harcourt, Oliver Jude on 92.3 Nigeria Info.
0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003, 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. At Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH is where you find us on Facebook and on X at Nigeria Info PH, at Nigeria Info PH. All right, WhatsApp and Telegram available with the number 0809-030-6416, 0809-030-6416. Please do not call the WhatsApp number. Just send us messages to that WhatsApp number. That's all. Just send a message to the WhatsApp number, please. Now, Sindotech says, Oga Juke, pray make woman police no hold your case. Oh, okay. Wow, that's a very short message. It speaks volumes. Say, pray make woman police no hold your case. All right, Jude, good morning. You see, that analysis is correct. Do you remember the lady who came out years ago for presidency in Nigeria? She got just a vote. Women don't support themselves. All they do is go and backbite themselves. Chia Goze with that comment. This one here is very interesting. Let me read this. It says, good morning. We seem to forget that we have been in a society where the men are often seen as the prize. If the men are the prize, what do you think the women would do? They would do everything to bag the richest, best looking, or best providing type of male. It's not unusual to have girls fight over males back in university. It's still happening to today. This is because men are seen as the prize, and women sadly see themselves as the best thing to happen to a man if they can convince the man to marry them. Is this true? Obviously, this is one person's view. But do you, as a woman, listen to me, do you feel that you are struggling to prove yourself worthy of a man to come and marry you? 017-923-0002, 0817-923-0003. All right? 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. All right, let's get to we're having more messages. You're having any trouble getting to us via telephone, please use the alternate number 0817-923-0009. 0817-923-0009. All right, use that number and we'll look forward to having a conversation with you. 90.3 Nigeria Info, good morning, please.
Hello, Jude. Good afternoon.
Good morning. Good morning.
Okay, morning. We are still in morning. Okay. This is Mr. Austin calling from Rumukushi.
Welcome, Austin.
Yeah. You see, Jude, the truth about women is that they don't really feel comfortable whenever they are together.
Are you sure about that? Girls are always jumping and shouting and screaming when their friends are around. You know, they seem very excited and will just be themselves.
Leave them. That is just, see, women, they don't feel comfortable whenever they, especially in a workplace. You understand? Like me, I like to work with more of women in a workplace. Do you know why?
Why, please?
Yes, you see that in that case, everybody will like to play their wing. Everybody will like to play, because men cooperate more than women. That is the truth. I have noticed this severally in several places. Men cooperate more than women, but you see, women don't mind. You might see them laughing together and all that, but at the end of the day, you see that they backbite themselves. Yes.
Are you saying men? It's not the same men that we've heard before who have set up their friends to be kidnapped. It's not the same men that we've heard who will go behind their friends' back and toast their girlfriends or even sometimes their wives. It's not the same men who will follow you to the markets. You want to go and buy a car, you want to buy land, then they'll go and sell that land to you, another person who is also their friend. Is it the same men we're talking about?
Jude, you are not far from the truth. But what I'm telling you is common amongst women. It's not as if there are no bad men. No. The bad men are there. That is the truth. You understand? But it is common amongst women. I know what I'm telling you. You see, men don't know how to pretend, though. You understand me? Men, in one way or the other, when a man does evil to his fellow man or his friend, in one way or the other, you see him start confessing, either directly or indirectly. But you see, women, they will keep the secret until, even when they are caught, they will still look for a way to. No, those people are special. Thank you. That's my take.
All right. Thank you very much. Those people are special. But you do have a wife, and I'm guessing maybe you should be, planning on having a daughter like I am. Once again, these stories. Anyway, this argument is getting repetitive. Women are not a monolith. We think differently from each other, which is true. We look different, very true. And we have different beliefs. If, for instance, I don't like your pastor and his doctrines, don't expect me to support you just because you are female. If you are a male-centered or a patriarchy princess, or you are threatened by a pretty woman, or you pervert the cause of justice, or you lie against men and you call that feminism, or you are an evil mother-in-law or sister-in-law, then no, I will never support you, or even if you are the only woman in the office or city. I will take my money elsewhere because you don't deserve it. You are not my fellow woman because we obviously have different beliefs and lifestyles. No, I can understand. I can understand, being principled and not being swayed by sentiments or emotion. But what I can't understand is the notion that there is some inherent competition between females. Let me, before I read that message, let me share with you an excerpt from the abstract of one of those journals that I have in front of me. Now, the final study explored conspicuous consumption as a female repetitive competitive strategy using women's spending on non-essential items in 2 different scenarios. Now, in preparation for women-only social events to be hosted in their homes and at a charity function, in the first scenario, that's the one that's going to be in their house, right? Highly competitive women resulted in an increase in the spending on all items, whether it's the kitchen, the outfit, or the makeup. Did you hear that? They said, we are going to do a party. In the first party, this social event is all women. In the first one, where it's all women, they found out that women spent a lot more on kitchen items, outfits, and makeup, shoes, dresses, for a meeting where it was only going to be all women. Once again, this is not even in Nigeria. It's not even in Nigeria. This is from Australia. Australians are doing it. Americans are doing it. So that means it is common amongst women. Or is it now? Or is it high result that shoving, bro? Right? He said women are very competitive thing. But once